on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Down! New 80! Check 52's the mic! Right Monday, down!
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action. Now Carr. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check, lucky.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. That one complete to Hill. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Check 15, check 15. SOS.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
80 weapon. 52. Crunch time, defense. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Check.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Protein spill.
Hey, alert 3. Put that down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Keep coming.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
694. Screen, watch the screen.
Hey, Alpha.
Screen. Switch.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's Hill, complete. And he's he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Carr now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First and goal at the 6.
Now Carr. James has got it. Complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
5.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, alert. 51. Hey, tight. Say. Check 9.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. It's complete to Drake. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Joker. Deuce. Check 24. 80.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Stay with your man.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw is Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check.
Running from the shotgun with Dre. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 11-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Switch.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now, 180. Express. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down.
Hey, exit.
There we go. Check 52's the mine.
On 1st down, Carr. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Switch it.
61, matchbox lights.
808.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Kill.
From the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Michael Thomas. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And it's complete. This is Austin Cole. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. Open man here is Cole. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Check Mike, check Mike.
From the gun, Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. Hey, we got 3.
To throw again, Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
What down? 180. 93. Back. Raider 1. Smith. No. Check that. We want Mike 50. Hey, 734. Hey.
Again, it's Carr. The open man is Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
25 yards that time.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throws into his tight end, Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the air. Alert. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Topper. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Drake. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Hey, alert.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Crouch.
Greystone travel.
Here's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Allen Hurns. As the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. Rosen now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another try after the first down sack. Rosen, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Nice play, baby, nice
A
play.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill. 36.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Parker unable to get that one. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr, and his pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr, he gets it to Thomas. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
White Monday. Later one. Mike's 50. All right, T, let's check. All right, T.
Hey, Delta.
Check. Mike 50.
Now Carr again. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Hug. Mike 51. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First down, Miami.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check three. Monday. Check 3. Shift. Slam.
Running, it's Drake. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Recon, 152 fighter.
At the 6, 35-yard line.
Crash. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
X3, 218, chopper.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Complete to Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check. Showing it.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Jones has it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Gets around him, and he hits Drake.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All day, just like that, just like that.
Tight door, tight door, tight door. Hey, alert, alert. Here we go.
Rosen to throw again. He completes it to Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Check 15, check 15.
80.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kim Crowley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
We got 3, we got 3.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
29.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. A good pickup there at 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Flare. Save.
Monday. Check nine. Protein spill.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hug. Monday.
Joker. Deuce.
Now Rosen looking to throw. It's complete to Drake. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, let's go. Watch the safety creep. Monday. 80. Here we go.
Hey, watch it.
Quarter. Hey, check 24. Check quarter.
Check out.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen looking deep for Julio. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 10th carry for Kamara. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
49. Check 49.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Carr going left on the option. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 18 big yards on that one and a Miami 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rosen on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Monday. Alert. Middle.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They run it again with Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Carr going to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hug. Hey, seam 6. 51 to mine. All day, dog. Check. Crouch. Slam. Check 3. Hug. Under crunch.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch out.
Hey, dude.
Switch gears.
Alert.
To throw is Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. We made one more play. Could have had our shutout.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
What down? 180. Stop your whining. Move it down.
Carr going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for New Orleans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves